Hi, it's me, Rachel Lynn, and this is Lucy. And today is a special collab video with several other financial YouTubers, all about our favorite frugal local spots. This is a collab video hosted by Brad from Baby Steps Brad. If you are joining me for the first time on my channel from this collab, welcome. I am Rachel Lynn, and this right here is my dog Lucy. She might be in my videos from time to time, but it's actually kind of fitting that she is in this video because my favorite local spot has to do with her. So if you are new, I suggest you go ahead and subscribe to my channel. I make videos about getting out of my student loan debt and losing some weight along the way. And I also ask that you please go check out all of the other channels that are doing this collab with me. I will link their channels below, and I'll also link a playlist up here in the card as well. Okay, so first of all, you're probably wondering, what is local to me? Well, I am actually from Louisville, Kentucky. Yes, we say Louisville, not Louisville, not Louisville, it's Louisville. If you don't get it quite right because you're not from here, that's okay. So I've actually put a list together of several different places that you can go that are either free or frugal. If there is a place that I have been, I will try to put a little video clip in there. I'm doing this because the weather outside has not been the best. It's either been very snowy or like today it's very rainy, and it's just the weather's not cooperating for me to actually go places and film for you. But I do have some clips of different places that I have been, and I will put those in as I talk about them. I'm going to start with the new places that I found that I have actually either never been or I didn't know that they were free or frugal. The first place is the Speed Art Museum. I have only been there like once on a field trip when I was in school, and I just found out that they have free admission on Sundays, and so this is really exciting, and a friend of mine and I already have plans to go on a Sunday since I learned about this. The next place I found through my research is 21C Museum Art Gallery. It is a contemporary art museum that is open year-round. It is part of a hotel, and there's also a place for eating, which you would have to pay for those things, but the museum portion is free and open all year round. Another place that you can go in the city is that I never really thought about going to is Cave Hill Cemetery. It is free to visit, and I think I might even have relatives that are buried in this cemetery. This particular cemetery is actually the burial site of several prominent Louisville natives that you might have even heard of. This includes George Rogers Clark, who actually founded Louisville, Colonel Sanders, who founded KFC, and then also Muhammad Ali is buried there as well. It is also a national cemetery and is the burial site for over 5,500 soldiers. These are soldiers that were killed in various American wars, including the Civil War. Everything else on my list today is actually a place that I have been and visited either at least once or multiple times. The first one is Waterfront Park. This is a big park that is right by the Ohio River, and I remember when this was like, there wasn't anything there, and they actually built like a really nice area, really nice park area to just go and enjoy yourself. I know they have a skateboarding park and all kinds of different things, but I have actually visited Waterfront Park several times for running different 5Ks.
It's Zumba time!
And I actually have a 5K that I'll be running at Waterfront Park on February 2nd. They do have a free monthly concert running from April through October, so that is a great thing to do all throughout the summer if you want something free to do. I'm not sure about paying for parking, but that would just make it a very frugal thing to do. And as a slight extension of Waterfront Park is the Big Four Bridge. This is a mile-long bridge that crosses the Ohio River from Louisville into Indiana. It actually used to be a railroad bridge, and just a few years ago they turned this into a walking bridge. She heard me say the W word. My family went shortly after it was opened a few years ago.
So we're going all the way over there. The bridge is a mile long.
Okay.
How wide is the river?
Don't know.
There's the This used to be a railroad bridge. You can do it, Mom.
I can do it.
You're almost there.
And then my favorite Frugal spot in Louisville is actually comprised of many different spots, and that is all of the parks. I mostly go to the one by my house, and so I will definitely put a clip in of that.
It's freezing cold, but we're walking out at the park. We're walking. It's pretty, even if it's freezing.
I love to take her and go for a walk with her at the park. And the one by my house really is probably my favorite just because it is so close. It's nostalgic because it's the park that I grew up going to. So even though it's not like the nicest place and it's not the best park, they do have a playground set, they have tennis courts, they have an ultimate frisbee course, and there's also a golf course that you'd have to pay for to play golf there. And they do have a couple of pavilions. So like it sounds like there's a lot, but it really is a small park, and there's not a whole lot, especially not compared to many of the other parks in the city, but it's really not that bad. It's really more about it just being a big part of the place that I grew up going, and so that is why it is one of my favorite parks. All of the parks in the city of Louisville, or at least most of them, have a dog park that is attached to them. Now you do have to pay a fee, and I have actually never taken Lucy there, but you have to pay a fee and you have to register your dog in order to have a code to get into the dog park. So we've never been because I haven't really gone through that process, but that is an option, and I would definitely consider that Frugal just because you do have to pay the fee and all of that. But our city has a park in just about every single neighborhood. There are parks everywhere. And so some of the parks like Seneca Park and Cherokee Park and Iroquois Park, those parks are huge. You can even easily get lost in them, and I have before myself as well. I do have one Frugal thing on the list, and I will put in a clip if I can find it, of my family going to the Louisville Mega Caverns. So the city of Louisville sits on top of a ton of limestone. That actually is something that makes our water some of the best tasting water ever. It's like literally, I'm not biased, it's won awards. But quite a while ago they used to mine out the limestone, and it created this huge cavern, if you will, and so now they have what is called the Mega Caverns. So someone bought the caverns and has kind of turned them into partly storage, for secure storage for, I don't know, various things, and then they've also turned it into a lot of other different things. There is zip lining and trams and bike rides and all kinds of things that you can do through the underground cavern. These things do cost a lot of money, and I would not consider them free or frugal, but one thing that they do have is every Christmas time they have lights under Louisville, and that is where you can drive through the Mega Caverns, and it's about 20 minutes or so, and it's just Christmas lights everywhere all throughout this path that you drive, and they play Christmas music along with it. Underground in this cavern, it is like a constant 50 to 60 degrees. No matter how hot or cold it is outside, it is like that temperature constantly. So you can roll your windows down, listen to the Christmas music that they play, and you just kind of like drive very slowly through all the lights and just experience this wonderful Christmas light show.
All right, it's Christmas light time.
See, look, straight ahead behind the Bell of Louisville, that's Kmart's basement.
At some point we'll be under the zoo. Ooh, it's pretty.
It depends on what you consider frugal. It does cost money. It's about $30 a car. However, you can always find at least a $5 off coupon online or in the newspaper or all kinds of places. You can definitely find it online. And then if you actually are single like me and you have a bunch of friends, you can all pile in one car, like meet up in the parking lot of the shopping center that's like right nearby the entrance. All pile in one car, and then you can split the cost, and that would definitely be something very frugal. Now I usually go look at Christmas lights with my family, and we will do this typically on Christmas Eve, and sometimes we'll go through the caverns. We didn't do it this past year, but we have done it several years in the past, and thankfully my dad pays, so for at least me that's pretty frugal. It is a very cool place, and it's definitely something that I recommend if you are in Louisville around Christmas time. So those are all of the free and frugal places that I absolutely love, or a few free places that I found out about that are new that I cannot wait to go and experience myself. So please, if you would, give this video a thumbs up because of all the free and frugal places that are in Louisville that are just absolutely wonderful, and it makes Louisville a great place to live and visit as well. And if you have not already, please go ahead and subscribe to watch me get out of my student loan debt and lose some weight along the way. I would love to know where you are from and what great things your city has to offer. So leave me a comment down below, let me know where you're from, and let me know what your favorite free or frugal place is. That's all I have for today. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. She's going crazy. Yes, I just said that word. You poor baby. But I can't do this. You know it's raining outside, right? Sorry.